Warning. If the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. Let me tell you a story. Meet John. John is the classic Mr. Nice Guy. Nice Guy John has got a problem. He gets friend-zoned every time he tried to go after a woman. Of course, we've all been friend-zoned by someone we liked at least once or twice, right? But for John, it's different. He scores a perfect 10. It means that he would get friend-zoned 10 times out of 10. If we'd gather all the nice guys who'd get friend-zoned in a town, John would be the goddamn mayor. So what was wrong with Nice Guy John? Well, the answer is in the name. Nice Guy John was being too, nice. John operates from the honesty is the best policy maxim. He wears his heart on his sleeve every time he talks with a woman. Of course, all that sounds great in theory. That's what Oprah and relationship gurus like Dr. Phil would tell you, right? Be honest, be respectful, and be yourself, and she will magically fall into your lap. Give me a break. That's not how women's minds work at all. I know what you're thinking. This is bad news for Nice Guy John. And yet, guess what? It doesn't have to be. There's a superior way to make a woman love you. And guess what? Not only does it work without fail, it takes a fraction of the time. And it's so mind-bogglingly simple that it almost feels like cheating. You'll learn all about this technique in this video, so watch all the way to the end because you don't want to miss out on any of the important details. Promise me. Okay? Before I share with you that technique, could you do me a huge favor? Could you help me and click on the like button? Click like now because you'll encourage me to produce more of these videos for you. Help me out, alright? Done clicking like? Thank you. Let's start now, okay? Now, before I share with you the technique that Nice Guy John learned, let me ask you this. Why being nice failed so spectacularly with women? Well, the answer is simple. Mr. Nice Guy tricks are useless for one reason. They violate the fundamental truths about the female mind. Derek Rake has talked about these fundamental truths inside Shogun Method in detail. But for now, just know this. Women are programmed by nature to be sexually repelled by nice guys. Call it her inbuilt self-defense mechanism. Anyone who tries to be nice to her would automatically trigger off the alarm bells in her mind. Why is he so nice to me? What does he want from me? Is he pretending to be nice just so that he can get into my panties? And guess what? Apart from being turned off by nice guys, they don't respond well to pushy bad boy types either. So you already know that nice guys and bad boys are both repulsive to women. To make a woman like you, here's what works. So listen closely. Women need to be manipulated. Yes, manipulated. I'll repeat that in case you didn't get it. To make a woman like you, you need to manipulate her. Why? Because here's what women respond to. Emotional control, dominance, authority. Everything else, frankly, is bullshit. Next, you're going to learn how to stop being a nice guy in just 2 simple steps. Let's go. The first step is to hide your intentions. You see, the problem with being a nice guy is that you're putting all your intentions up for the world to see. When a man comes up to a woman and starts being nice to her, of course she knows what he's up to. Makes sense, right? Do you remember the 90s TV show Friends? In one scene, Ross said to Joey, "Hey Joey, are men ever nice to strange women for no reason?" Here's what Joey replied in a nonchalant manner. "No, only for sex." Men know this. And heck, you'd better believe women know it too. So here's what you need to understand. Women are biologically wired to reject direct proposals. A man pulling the nice guy routine is a direct proposal. Think about it. The bottom line, a woman will reject the nice guy routine without fail. And she does this even before she knows what she's doing. Remember, it's hardwired inside her psychology, and this rejection is automatic to her. The second step is to change your thinking from seduction to enslavement. In other words, you need to enslave, not seduce her. If you've been thinking about seduction all the time, then know this: it's not your fault. I mean, seduction seems to be the name of the game these days, right? So many dating gurus and pickup artists out there claim to have the magic bullet about seducing women. There's no wonder these cookie-cutter dating guru tricks fail so spectacularly. They're fundamentally flawed from the outset. You see, the aim should never be to seduce a woman. Seduction may last for a night, sure. If short-term one-night stands are what you're looking for, then fine. Enslavement, on the other hand, will ensure that the connection you have built up will last for eternity. Yes, you heard that right. Build up the connection using mind control, and the connection you've built will last a lifetime. Sounds great, right? Well, it gets better. You can enslave a woman emotionally using a simple mind control technique. A mind control technique known as fractionation. We'll talk more about fractionation in a while, but first you need to be aware of this. There's one downside to enslavement which I need to warn you about. Once you get a woman enslaved to you emotionally, the connection is almost impossible to break. This means that you'll need to be careful who you do it on, because once you enslave a woman, you won't be able to turn that connection off. So make sure that you're dead serious about wanting to be with her for a long term before you use fractionation on her. Promise? Okay, great. Here's what you need to do next. Watch until the end of this video where you'll find a link to the Fractionation Masterclass. Click on it and follow the instruction on the page that comes up, okay? When used correctly, fractionation can get a woman under your control, enslave her, and make her fall in love with you far quicker than the usual pickup artist tricks. I have to warn you, though, that it is not possible to undo the effects of fractionation. Once you have enslaved a woman using this technique, dumping her will cause irreparable damage to her psychology. Therefore, please use this technique responsibly and ethically. To learn how you can use Shogun method and fractionation to manipulate a woman's mind and enslave her to you emotionally, go to fractionationhypnosis.com or click on this link right now.